It's intensely personal. It's getting more personal. They're going to discover more information that's going to make them angry. They're out to salvage their reputation. So there's not going to be an easy way to walk away from this and say, okay, let's just call it a day.
Blake Lively once seemed untouchable. A Hollywood star with the perfect image, a warm public persona, and a circle of high-profile friends who added to her shine. People admired her for blending Hollywood glamour with down-to-earth charm, especially in her sweet social media banter with husband Ryan Reynolds. But that polished exterior has been shaken by one unexpected conflict involving rising filmmaker Justin Baldoni and his outspoken father Sam. What began as a minor industry disagreement quickly spiraled into a full-blown controversy, rattling Blake's pedestal and revealing a side of her few people ever saw coming. From the outside, Blake's life looked golden. Her roles in major films and TV shows boosted her fame, and her social media presence sparkled with the kind of effortless humor and style many fans dream about. Over time, interviews painted her as approachable, witty, and gracious. That reputation made it easy for audiences to believe she was immune to behind-the-scenes drama.
The family, they just have a lot of family drama. I don't know, it's like a cursed family or something. I hate to say that, but it's just a lot of stuff happens in that family.
When whispers first emerged that Blake had clashed with Justin Baldoni, most observers brushed them off as typical Hollywood gossip. Then, legal documents surfaced, hinting at deeper resentments. Allegations flew from both sides, Blake claiming inappropriate behavior on set, Justin's camp countering with accusations of manipulation. Even then, it seemed like just another tabloid rumor, until Sam Baldoni stepped in. Sam, who rarely appeared in public alongside his son, posted a brief but blistering comment on social media. Without naming names, he urged viewers to be a Justin in a world full of Blakes and Ryans.
Is what you're doing right now. You were nervous. You texted me last night. You came here. You knew it wasn't going to be easy. We're going to talk about stuff. And you showed up anyways. And you listened.
That statement lit a match under the gossip mill. A father's protective words might have gone unnoticed in a different context, but his timing was perfect. Industry insiders, tired of hush rumors, seized on the statement to confirm what they suspected. There was real animosity between Blake and the Baldoni family. Sam's bold call-out shattered the illusion that the only friction was over minor creative differences.
You know, at the end of the day, they're the ones who are seeking gag orders against Baldoni from releasing information, whereas his team are saying, nope, let's put out everything. Every single text message.
His pointed jab implied something bigger, maybe even more personal, was fueling the feud. Not long after Sam's post, The Hollywood Reporter took the unusual step of featuring a satirical caricature of Blake launching a phone at Justin. For an A-list actress accustomed to gentle press coverage, it was a startling departure. Celebrity watchers interpreted the magazine's mockery as an indication that Blake's influence was waning. Even more shocking, the publication hinted that it had plenty of sources challenging her story. If major outlets felt safe poking fun at her, it meant her usual PR shield wasn't holding up. The heart of the dispute revolved around allegations Blake made against Justin concerning on-set harassment and personal boundaries. She claimed he intruded at the worst times, like when she was breastfeeding, and made her feel uneasy in her own dressing area. But soon, evidence emerged suggesting she had invited him in herself, praising his directorial insights and joking about motherhood not slowing her down. Text messages showed casual, even friendly exchanges between the two, contradicting her claims of feeling threatened.
Because Blake Lively had alienated the entire cast against him. She had convinced everyone that he was this monster, this terrible person.
Fans who initially believed Blake's account found themselves rethinking their stance, wondering if she had twisted routine set visits into something more sinister. Then came the premiere drama. Reports suggested Justin Baldoni wasn't allowed at his own movie's unveiling, a film he'd helped guide from conception.
So she could wield all creative control of the movie and end up getting her final cut of the movie, not Justin Baldoni's. And in the end, that's exactly what happened. He didn't even get to see the final cut of the movie.
Industry veterans were stunned. Barring a key producer or actor from a premiere is almost unheard of unless there's a dire reason. Blake's team gave no clear explanation, leaving many to suspect power games were at play. Insiders whispered that she wanted total control over the film's final cut, even if it meant sidelining the very person who had nurtured the project from day one. For Sam Baldoni, this crossed a line he couldn't ignore. He fired off that now famous post, and the public frenzy only grew louder. As the feud escalated, the spotlight turned to Blake's usual allies. Ryan Reynolds, known for quick-witted jokes and protective comments about his wife, stayed largely silent. Taylor Swift, often grouped in Blake's circle of friends, offered no support or rebuttal. To some, their silence was more damning than any public statement. Rumors swirled that behind closed doors, even Ryan doubted the wisdom of launching a high-stakes legal battle. The question lingered: if the evidence truly favored Blake, why weren't her closest companions standing by her side? Justin Baldoni, meanwhile, maintained a measured composure despite the avalanche of accusations. He mostly let court documents and corroborating messages speak for him. Every time Blake's team presented a damning claim, Justin countered with tangible proof. He revealed friendly text exchanges, behind-the-scenes photos, and testimony from neutral parties who recalled a cooperative working relationship. His restraint won him respect. Rather than fueling the drama, he focused on quietly dismantling misleading narratives. Producers began to view him as level-headed and honest, qualities that made him more appealing in a world wary of scandal. While Blake tried to pivot attention toward upcoming projects or charitable causes, social media comments trailed her with constant references to the Baldoni rift. She attempted to denounce The Hollywood Reporter for depicting her in a negative light, framing the coverage as a disservice to real victims of on-set misconduct. But the public was no longer inclined to offer her the benefit of the doubt, especially after contradictory pieces of evidence emerged. Ironically, each new attempt to clear her name seemed to strengthen the Baldoni family's position instead. The fallout didn't just tarnish Blake's public image, it also threatened her once stable career path.
I mean, now other footage is coming out of Blake Lively admitting, hey, when I get involved with projects, they hire me as the actress, and sometimes I don't really tell them, but I actually want to come in and I want to rewrite it.
Casting directors and producers quietly reconsidered whether her involvement in new projects was worth the potential turmoil. Gossip sites speculated about a Blake backlash, where offers quietly dried up. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni's name began appearing in conversations about new directorial roles and acting parts. He'd weathered the storm and gained something that can't be bought: public sympathy. Whether Blake rebounds from this controversy remains an open question. Hollywood loves a comeback story, yet it also has a long memory for high-profile disputes that fail to pass the authenticity test. The once untouchable actress now faces the challenge of proving she can rise above the accusations and restore the trust she's lost. For Justin and the Baldoni family, this ordeal has turned into an unexpected springboard, showcasing their unity and determination against someone who once wielded enormous influence. In the end, the real shock wasn't that two Hollywood personalities clashed. It was how thoroughly one father's straightforward post exposed the cracks in a star's pristine image.
And I want to be a producer, and I want to do all of these things. She's literally admitted all of this blatantly. This is just the first time that it's ended up.
How old is Blake Lively, by the way?
30s, I believe.
34.
Audiences learned just how quickly illusions can unravel when conflicting receipts and family loyalty collide. Now, the future of both Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni hinges on how they navigate the aftermath. Will Blake salvage her reputation? Or has the Baldoni family's stand forever changed Hollywood's perception of her? One thing is certain: nobody will look at Blake Lively or her carefully managed public persona the same way again.